All right, so let's do this. I have a 15mm hook, and I have this chunky yarn. This mushroom takes 3 strands. I'm working 3 strands at a time. So you can either get 3 balls, or if you're like me, you just created 3 strands within the one big ball. And that's why you will see a bunch of knots and stuff, because I've had to reattach and all that throughout my making of it. I made one, I took it apart, that's why it's all together already. But anyways, that's probably the most confusing part of it all. We're going to start with a magic ring, and in that magic ring I'm going to do 8 double crochets. There we go. Nice and tight. Perfect. That little piece there, we can just, it will be on the inside, so it will all be good. Okay, so from here, we're just going to do increase rounds. So I'm going to do 2 double crochets in each of our 8 double crochet stitches here. One, and I'm just going to add a stitch marker, well, not really a stitch marker, but a piece of yarn to use as my stitch marker, just to keep the rows organized. Okay. So I did 1 double to the first, and I'm going to do 2. Okay, that's our first row done. And you should have 16 double crochets. For the next row, we are going to single crochet, or sorry, 1 double crochet, and then increase into the next. So, one double, and 1 double increase. So 1 and 1 more into the same stitch. And we're going to follow that pattern all the way along until we reach our stitch marker again. So I'm going to speed it up and meet you back here. Okay, so you should have 24 double crochets. I love this yarn. It's like, reminds me of earth, and it's just like so earthy, which is so great for a mushroom, right? And you can see how the stitches are making the top of the mushroom. It's just a little bit different than a lot of the mushrooms you see. I don't know. It's really cute. I know mushrooms are mushrooms, and they're all pretty well the same shape and and all that, but I think it just makes a really cute kind of pattern. So for for the next round, we are going to, I'm going to double crochet 2 and then increase. You still got your 3 strands, and we're gonna double crochet 1, 2, and then 2 double into the next. So 1, and then I'm going to go right back into that same stitch for my increase. And we're going to follow that around to get back to the stitch marker. I'm going to speed it up so this video is not crazy long. So 1, 2 double crochets, and then 2 into the next stitch. Come on here. All right. Oh no, it didn't record the starting of this row. So I'm going to redo that. At the end of that row, last row, you will have 32 double crochet stitches around. And for this next row, we are going to do 3 double crochets and then an increase. So one, two, three, and increase into the next. One, and two. So I'm going to continue that pattern all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the stitch marker. I'm going to speed it up. All right, so back at the stitch marker, we have 40 double crochets around, and we're going to do one more row, and we're going to do 4 double crochets and then an increase. So let's start. One, go. I don't know if you're like me, but when I crochet, I love to be cozy. I love to have a blanket. It is like so warm out right now, but I still have a blanket on. So that's our first double crochet. And number 2. Three and 4. Come on, 2, 3, 4, yep. And now I'm going to increase. One more in the same stitch. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be our pattern for this round, and I'll meet you back at the start. All right, so we're back at the start. I have 48 double crochets around. Almost done. Now I am going to do one full row of just double crochets all the way around. I'll meet you back, and that will be our very last row of the cap. part one, done. We have a mushroom cap. It's big, it's soft, it's got a cool pattern. I love this yarn. Do you guys like this yarn? I really like this yarn. It's so like earthy, and mushrooms are definitely earthy. So I thought it's fitting, right? All right, let's start the stock. Grab your white yarn. Let's go.